What's up, guys? Beware of long reviews. Today we're going to be talking about the reviews section of Submit Hub. My name is Kev Rowe. I am a playlist curator here on Submit Hub. I've listened to and reviewed over 15,000 songs at this point, and I've got a playlist network on Spotify of over 19,000 followers on all my playlists who are actively listening to music every day and enjoying the healing properties of music. So, yes, long reviews. Where do we start with this one? Let's start with the process. So, you're a new artist, or you're an old artist, whatever. You're on Submit Hub and you're submitting a song to me as a playlist curator in consideration for your song to be on my playlist. While you're doing it, there's a mandatory review that I need to give you as an artist, a review of the song that you're sending me. Now, there's a lot of leeway here in what I can say in this review. And just real quick, we should talk about Spotify and Submit Hub and the reasons for why this exists in the first place. It's basically a standards and policy thing with Submit Hub that this review take place on this website. So it's a legal issue. Otherwise, this would be considered payola and against Spotify's guidelines. So if the website didn't have the review, then it would basically just be you paying to be considered to be on the playlist. And paying to be on a playlist is not good. You've seen all the other websites. I don't need to talk to you about like all the marketers and advertisers out there and the botted playlists and the environment of selling playlists positions in order to get streams. That's a whole other world and a whole other thing. But yeah, you can't pay to get streams. Like it's against Spotify's rules and regulations, and they'll take your music down if they find that you've done that. So yeah, it's against Spotify's rules and regulations. To make this legit, they have this review in here. Now, I'm also an artist. I'm a musician. I've got 150 songs on Spotify. I've recorded 10 albums, and I've been doing this for a long time, like 30 years of making music and producing it, distributing it, and getting it out there. So I'm also a musician here on Submit Hub, and I'm submitting my music to other playlist curators so that my music can get on their playlists, right? So I think it's very important to know both sides of the website. So right now I'm the most active as a playlist curator, but when I have new material coming out or if I'm releasing new singles, then I go on the other side and I'm pitching my songs to other playlist curators and taking really detailed notes on everything I'm learning about the competition. Okay, not the competition, but like my fellow colleagues in the playlist curator world. I just want to know everything there is about the website and the process, and I just feel like it's very relevant. So there are a couple things I recommend on this. One is creating an Excel spreadsheet or just a paper pad with notes on it about all the feedback you're getting, and most importantly, the approval percentages that you're getting from certain curators. Let's get back to the review. One of my pet peeves as an artist is when I submit a new song and I get reviews back from other playlist curators, and they're like novellas. They're like 300 words of multiple paragraphs and like they're super long. And what I've learned about these super long reviews is that they usually involve two things. The first thing is, well, first let's talk about the S sandwich. The S swear word sandwich, which usually involves something good, something really bad, and something good. And I also do this as a playlist curator sometimes, but I can deliver my feedback in 21 words. I'm like the master of the 21 word review, because we, as curators, we have to leave a 20-second review. Mandatory. But I think you can go as many words as you want to go as far as length goes. But yeah, I can deliver the news in 21 words. And to be honest, I can deliver the words in like 6 words. Like, your song is too long. 5 words. Or your production value sucks. 4 words. What else do we got? Get to singing sooner. 4 words. Anyway, you get my point. I don't even need 20 words. Sometimes it's nice. Like, actually, one review I send quite a bit is, please put some time and space between submissions. Say every 2 weeks, and then you'll get on my playlist more often. I like to try and help people. Like, I want them to have success. So if you're submitting too often, I don't want to hear your stuff. Okay, back to my pet peeves of the other playlist curators. The first one. This is the first crime of the long review, which annoys me to no end. And it's basically just language that reflects the technical aspects of what they're hearing. So it would be something to the effect of, "Hi, Kev. I really enjoy this intimate folk song that you've sent to me. Here in the first 5 seconds, I see you have acoustic guitar. And then the bass enters at 10 seconds. And then the drums come in at 16 seconds. And I really like this bridge that you've put here at the 18-second mark. I see 32 seconds you go to this nice chorus and you use the lyrics, 'I love you,' and that is an effective way to do it. And then at the 60-second, you come to a strings climax, so basically they just go on and on about the technical aspects of the song and how it was made. And guess what? I already know that. I made the song. Yeah, so I don't need to hear those technical aspects back. And what are they doing really with all this BS about my song that I already know? They're trying to soften the blow for when they reject me like 300 words from now. It's so dumb. Rejection is a part of the music industry. It's a part of the music business. Learn to love it. That's basically all I can tell you. And when you get these 300-word reviews, they're just trying to soften the rejection for a bunch of reasons. Many of these people are artists, and they also don't like getting rejected. So they want to be a nice guy and kind of like make it easy on you because it's easier on them to be the bad guy. So yeah, I guess I've learned to like being the bad guy at this point. No, I just want to save people time and be truthful and honest so that you can get back to making music and not wasting your time reading all these technical words. The other reason that they give you all these technical long reviews is because they want you to come back and submit more songs to them. And that could be the biggest reason why. Because this is about supply and demand, money, and a lot of bigger, more important principles here in the music business. So by giving you this long review, they're presenting the illusion of value. When you and I both know, them repeating my song back to me in technical terms is not value, it's BS. So, yeah, super annoying. I'm not even sure what more to say about this. Let's get to point number 2. The other thing that I've found in the long review, besides this technical stuff, is flowery language. The other thing that they'll do is just start throwing in all the adjectives and heartfelt words that they can possibly throw in. Like, this is the most romantic, charming, folky, intimate piece about relationship and love. And this section here in the bridge really struck to my heartstrings. It was the most poetic thing that I've ever heard. And this really brings me back to my childhood when I was 18 years old and the first time I had ever fallen in love. And all this flowery, dumb stuff about my song, emotions and the way that it captures them. Now, this is slightly less annoying than the technical verbiage I described in the first section here, because they're actually talking about the emotions of the song, which I would argue are more important than the technical. But come on, I get the point. I don't need to know every flowery language that you learned in English high school poetry class, or even the way that music makes you feel in general. I get it. Yeah. So those are the two things. Technical verbiage and romantic language, just flowery stuff. It all means nothing. So I do have some notes here. Ah, yes. The reason that your music is not being submitted is 2 reasons. Your music is just not good enough. Sorry, that's the number 1 reason. Like, if you have submitted your music to 50 to 100 playlist curators and never gotten placed on a playlist, your music is not good enough. You need to go back to the drawing board and hire mixing engineers, hiring mastering engineers, get into a professional studio, surround yourself with a team of qualified, really great musicians or people within the industry who can help you elevate the quality that you're making. Or you need to go do some gigs, like play live. Your voice and your guitar playing and your message for your audience is just not developed enough to be producing and putting out records. You need to go do live gigs. That's how you become a better musician. So, yeah, sorry. I mean, it's just the harsh reality. So that's number 1, why you're not seeing success on Submit Hub. Number 2 is that you're not presenting yourself as an artist in a good enough light. So it's definitely possible to have quality music and have something to give to the music world on Spotify. But it's very possible that you're not marketing yourself well or presenting yourself well enough on the platforms to get that music across. And I'm talking about the album cover art, the description that you send to me, the way that you're visually presenting yourself on the platform. Because that's a screen. And the first thing that I do in the morning is turn on a screen. And when I go into Submit Hub, I'm on a screen. And the first thing I see before I hit the play button on your brand new song is an album cover or a single cover. It's cover art. And the other thing I see is your name. And the other thing I see is how many times you've submitted and how long the song is. And all these visual representations of what you've given me, the playlist curator. So I need to I make quick, fast decisions based on what I'm seeing on this screen. Super important, and I don't think it's really talked about enough. Let's go even further. I'm making this video on my phone. In 20 minutes, I'll be in the kitchen making lunch, watching YouTube videos on my phone. Everything we do is on our phones. So it's all about visual. And the last 15 years have been about phones. So everything is visual. How you present yourself as an artist is very important. And I guess that's probably another video that I should make here is how to improve your, this is like A&R, your image and the marketing of yourself. But yeah, those are the two reasons you're not getting put on playlists, is because your music isn't good enough or your marketing isn't good enough. Your artist brand is not good enough. Those would be the two biggest things. These long reviews are nothing but garbage. I think 20 words as a minimum is fair. But maybe they should put a maximum of 50 words or 100 words. Maybe there's already a maximum, I'm just not sure. But you can tell the difference. Like when somebody's blowing smoke up your you-know-what versus someone's just telling you the truth in like 8 words and done and out and on to the next thing. So yeah, beware of the long reviews. Hope you've been enjoying these videos on Submit Hub. I'm going to continue to keep making them, so subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.